Welcome to the show.
Oh, man, happy to be here.
Great pleasure to have you here. We got some Sports Illustrateds here. I think this is fascinating. If you just tell us, I guess this is while you were in high school, right?
Yeah,
this
while I was in high school.
2002.
Exactly.
Now, you're a high school kid, and now when I was in high school, I had a paper out and couldn't get dates. What was your high school experience? What was it like for you? I mean, it must have been crazy in a way, right?
It was great. You know, you got an opportunity to get on a national scale. You know, some of our games in high school was televised nationally.
That's right.
And, you know, we did a great job my senior year, able to go out there and win every last one of our games and win a national championship. So,
yeah.
You know, it turned out the way I wanted it.
Pretty good. But what was, how did the team do the next year after you graduated?
Oh, they didn't win a national championship. Or the state championship, or the conference championship, or any championship.
and for you as a kid, what was it like? I mean, you go to school every day, and then people must have just been constantly bothering you and slapping you on the back and whatever they do.
I think our school was very. They was getting used to it. I think we kind of spoiled our school.
I would
think they were so used to winning, and you know we go at it every day. So our school was great. I think you know I had a lot of fun there.
Here's November 2003. This is your rookie season of the Cleveland Cavaliers. Now, how was that rookie year? Was it as big an adjustment, not as big an adjustment? What did it seem like to you in this perspective now?
Well, I think when I look back on it, you know, I wasn't as good of a player that I am now, of course.
You're getting better because you know the competition?
Better with the competition. I've gotten better with the experience. You know, you go on so many road trips, you go in a lot of different cities, so I wasn't used to flying from city and city out. So that was kind of the biggest adjustment for me.
It's a fatiguing way to make a living.
Yeah,
I mean, night in and night out.
Mentally, if you're not prepared to go play basketball night in and night out, it can wear and tear.
Do you like playing professional ball in your hometown? Is that a good thing for a kid?
It's a blessing for me. You know, you get an opportunity to have your friends and family there at every home game. And then you get an opportunity to help a franchise out that hasn't been so good, you know, in the past years. So it's a challenge.
The Cleveland Cavaliers have been around for a long, long time, and until you joined the team, I don't believe they'd ever won a game. I mean, it's a remarkable. I mean, I may be wrong. I'll have to double check that. Okay, now here we go, January 2005, best ever. How does that make you feel when you see that in print? That's...
well, I have to keep working. You know, it makes me know that, you know, every night you go out on the court, you know, people was looking at that magazine saying, okay, if you're the best ever, then you got to prove it to us. So, you know, it keeps me humble.
And this is, let's see, 2006, April, leading Cavaliers to their first playoff appearance in 8 years. Wow. So now, of course, by the way, what's the deal? The Sports Illustrated cover jinx. Apparently that they waived that for you, didn't they? You didn't suffer that at all, did you?
No, not at all.
So now we get into the playoffs last year, and now people are starting to think, okay, here we go. What do you think?
It was, you know, to be out the previous 2 years, my rookie year and sophomore campaign, to finally get an opportunity to be into the playoffs, the biggest stage in basketball. And to go out there my first game and had the kind of game I had, and to win that basketball game was probably one of the best feelings I've ever had, you know, besides playing basketball. Yeah.
Was there, when you were a kid, who did you look up to? Who was, in your mind, your game you were playing? Whose game were you playing in your mind?
Wow, you know, I love Michael Jordan. The way that he approached the game, the way that he led his troops when he went out on the court, and his never say die attitude, man, was something I always looked up to.
Maybe it didn't work out chronologically. I'm guessing did you ever get to play any kind of game with him?
No. Never got an opportunity to compete against him.
Yeah. You meet him? You know him?
Yeah. Let me tell you a story, as a matter of fact. The first, so I'm growing up and I'm watching, you know, this guy, Michael Jordan. I think all you guys know him, I think. So I'm growing up watching this guy on TV every day, and I'm like, wow, you know, he's an amazing basketball player. Hopefully someday I get an opportunity to meet him. So I think it was my junior year in high school. I go up to Chicago and I go to a gym called Hoops where he plays basketball in the summertime. And I didn't know he was going to be there, but I seen him walking towards me, and it was kind of like he was walking on air. I had to pinch myself. Is that Michael? Who? And it's like he was like Black Jesus to me. Like I was like, are you finally here? Yeah. So that was like one of the best feelings
Now,
I've
had
ever
he,
had.
at that point in your life, in your basketball career, had he heard of you? Did he know of you?
Well, yeah, I think he did. He called me a young fella, of course,
Yeah.
and just basically told me to keep working at it, and someday I can get to the NBA. I was a junior in high school, so, I guess he told me something right, and I just kept working at it.
Yeah. And now you played on the American team for the World Championships, and it was in Japan, is where it was, Tokyo?
Exactly.
Now, it seems to me that there's one game that the United States clearly ought to be better at than anybody else in the world. And, soccer, we'll give them soccer. They can pretty much have soccer. Baseball, you can understand where there might be some competition here and there, but basketball, how is it possible that a team of all-stars from the United States loses the World Championship?
I think when you grow up as a kid, the only thing that you want to become is to be on the Olympic team or on the World Championship team. Mm-hmm. And as Americans, when we grow up, we say, as basketball players, we want to grow up to be in the NBA. So, those kids grow up wanting to be on the World Championship team. I think it means more to them. I think now that we haven't become victorious in number one, I think it's starting to mean a little bit more to us.
Yeah.
I really, and it means a little bit more when we go out on that court that's saying that, guys, even though we're the USA team and, guys not going to just fall down for you guys anymore. And I think it's starting to mean more to us.
And what was the mood of the team like that when you come home with the bronze and not the gold?
I think, honestly, the difference between the 2004 Olympics and the 2006 World Championship, the attitude was totally different. Mm-hmm. I think when we came home this past summer, we was very positive. We was very excited about the progress we made in such short time. And just like I just said, I think we understand how big it is. Yeah. And we understand that when we go out there and play basketball, it's not just for us. It's for the whole United States of America. And
it's a little ironic because I'm guessing that the United States basketball has made the rest of the world better at basketball.
Right. I think, the game of basketball worldwide now is phenomenal. Yeah. You got, I think it was like 68 either current or past NBA players in the World Championship game. So, the game is great. I think the competition is awesome.
What was your free throw shooting percentage last season?
Not too good. not like I wanted it to be. 78.
78. Well,
78%.
Yeah. I'm not very good. I was mostly a defensive wizard.